but it will at least open up a lot of different routing, which I always like to see.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. Different routing is always the good thing to see. And however, wow, that's very interesting. We have the Sanctuary chest starting off, and we have the key. The key to all the castle basement stuff is in the chest in Sanctuary. That's quite interesting. And now we're already going to have that variation on our routing, as Furaime is taking a right out of the Sanctuary, whereas Xyrak is heading up towards the Lost Woods.
Yeah, we're going to see Furaime pick up his 225 rupees. Really helps with his early routing. Xyrak does get some rupees from his tree pull, so both runners will have some money when they make it to Kakariko Village for the vendor and to purchase bombs if they can't get any before then.
Yeah, but here we do have the Houlihan Room sighting, and what do we have for Lumberjacks? Oh, we have the Quake Medallion, so there's a possibility now that Aghanim 1 is going to be required. 33% chance for each of our 2 medallion dungeons to need the Quake Medallion. So yeah, there's a good chance we're going to see Aghanim 1 in this seed.
Not a lot in Link's house, just carrying 10 arrows there, so not worth much while we see what's in the Lost Woods. And we have gloves already.
That's some gloves, wow. Mog leaving his punching weapons here out on the out on the ground here, and using punching weapons. If you've seen Final Fantasy, they're monks, they use fist weapons. You know, just go with the Final Fantasy joke, it's easier. But now time to take a look at what the racing game is going to have in store for us here. And it is just a red rupee, nothing too crazy.
So both runners will be coming into Kakariko. First we'll take a peek in the library, and we just have a Pizza Heart, so nothing worth much in the library either. Both runners will be searching through Kakariko though for those all-important progression items.
And there we go, Xyrak looking for a bomb. That way we can get to the either the back of Blind's house or the well, whichever one they decide they want to go with.
Furaime flew into the Cuckoo's Nest, and we'll be getting the chest out of here. And gets more bombs, so he will be able to clear out all the chests in Kakariko Village.
Nothing wrong with more bombs, especially this early.
And Xyrak gets his as well, plus the validation arrow.
So we're good. We got ourselves a valid run.
But so far, nothing worth noting in Kakariko. Just a little bit of money and some arrows and bombs.
Yep. Oh, there's the Fire Rod. So Fire Rod's going to be our first big weapon here as the Bottle One Bender. Pay $100 to get this really cool, or hot as it were, red stick.
And that's nice for both runners because at least that is a weapon they can use throughout quite a bit, as long as they have the magic to do so.
Yeah, and now that becomes a big thing, is who gets the first magic drop. When we get the first magic drop, half magic becomes a huge thing now. Oh, and hey, we got a change of clothes already. This is a nice blue cave there, blue potion, blue tunic, and, well, Pizza Heart, no big deal.
Blue Potion here is very nice because now they can visit the sick kid and they do not have to worry about backtracking into Kakariko just to visit him. So it kind of helps the routing out a little bit here.
Absolutely. And the other thing to remember here, what that's going to do is with them having the Fire Rod and no source of magic, if it gets to a point where they need to use it, that Blue Potion will refill the magic. Not necessarily something you want to use right now, but the option is there if it becomes desperate. So again, just taking the time here to basically trace over each other's steps. We've seen a lot of this area here. The only thing we really have left to take a peek at is going to be what Sick Kid's going to give us. And then from there, it's an interesting option where you want to go, because right now you have the option of technically without the lamp, going to Death Mountain is a sequence break, because the game is never going to require you to go without a lamp. Although with the Power Gloves, Death Mountain definitely becomes a viable option. Whoa, look at that. Sick kid saving up for some medicine. You also have the option with the gloves of escape, or you can go over to Eastern Palace and see what's there.
Now we might also see the runners go down and check Mini Moldorm Cave, just to see if they can find any more progression, any more hints on where they should be guided to. Other than that, though, I believe the play that I would make, if I'm comfortable enough, would be I'd actually probably hold off on going up the Death Mountain just because there's not much they can do without the mirror or the hookshot up that way.
No, it definitely makes sense. Escape's probably the most viable option right now, just because you can do pretty much anything in Escape right now. Eastern Palace is one of those things where you can do most of it, but without a bow, you can't fully progress. However, the other big thing, as it looks like Xyrak is going to be heading towards Escape with Furaime right on their heels. The other big thing to remember is Zora money. Zora is a thing.
Yes, he does indeed exist.
Yep. We just have bombs, a map, and 50 rupees.
So, busted escape?
Well, 50 rupees, explosions, and something that looks like a burrito. Yep. I'm not getting any joke there either.
Looks like both of them are going to go ahead and do the rest of his escape, going down into Zelda's cell, just to see what else is down there. So both runners pretty much following the same path right now, which is understandable given what they have gotten so far from the seed.
Yeah, can I just comment real quick on how adorable Mog was holding up that sign, just saying, like, nope, I'm just a sign, don't attack me, I'm just the guy planting the sign. It was just so cute looking because it's the Mog sprite.
And I must say right now, TG, that it is more than just high five. These runners are indeed playing patty cake with each other.
Yeah, definitely. The sync is real here, and we're having a basically all the love here in this dungeon is both runners going to pick up the 2 small jars of magic because they have Fire Rod. I also love the fact that in this game you can pick up bushes and throw them at people to damage them.
You're damaging them with allergies.
Hey, those are real, man. Those are debilitating. But we already found the map and the key here, so we're gonna pretty much have good stuff for the rest of where we're at here. Oh, so we have the hammer, we have the fire rod. So now we just need to go back to the chicken coop, and we can get ourselves. We have the way to light the grill. We have the chickens, and we'll have ourselves a nice, good old grilled chicken dinner, and not have to worry about killing Ganon, right?
Hey, if the powder substitutes for flour, we can even deep fry the chicken.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Hammer is pretty good because it does give them an additional option to killing these guards rather than, trying to bomb them.
Yeah, it's a whole lot easier to sync up a hammer shot than it is to get the bomb, place where you want it to go, make sure to explode when the guard's in the area of the hitbox, and not have him run away. However, with the shield, it becomes a little bit more difficult there. And let's take a look and see what we're going to find here in the last chest here in the dungeons. Ooh, there's the powder you were talking about. So yeah, cookout percent is on.
Awesome. Now, it is important to remember that these runners do not have lamp right now, and they already did find the burrito of Hyrule Castle. So without sequence breaking, they will actually have one chest that will contain some sort of item. We just don't know what that item is. And it looks like both of them are going for that sequence break, so we'll find it out.
Well, we've got what we wanted so far. We've got a bunch of damaging items that are not the sword, so...
Though I must say, seeing people do dark rooms without the sword with something like the hammer is much more entertaining.
It is. It's like we're trying to play blind whack-a-mole. And I just thought of the horror that would be playing blind whack-a-mole.
Yeah. And we just got a Pizza Heart. So nothing vital there, but we did get the hammer and the magical powder out of Hyrule Castle, so at least that is something.
And what do you mean nothing vital? Heart's very vital. Without them, you're not living. So I would say it's vital. Maybe not required, but vital.
We're gonna do a dam check here.
And this is always one of those fun things, because I've seen a lot of runners just, forget this just because, it didn't walk into their routing. It's just so out of the way. Oh, hey, sword! Well, there goes that dream.
Yeah, it says something when an 11.5-minute sword is disappointing.
It says we've played way too much Randomizer and been spoiled by all the trolling.
Although pointed out in chat, with the hammer and the powder both coming out of Hyrule Castle, Ether from the dam. But
who's been throwing their money into the lake?
But it may be sort of leading the runners to bat, just because both those items are required to get to him. So that may be worth checking out.
Yeah, it definitely does, give you a trail of breadcrumbs over to the magic bat. And that's one of the things that I do, like about the sort of intuitiveness that is this version, is it gives you one item and it allows you to follow the breadcrumbs. And I just like that intuitiveness.
Well, there's some drugs. And not much else from Moldorm Cave. So we at least got something else that can sort of possibly lead to progression. We'll see what witch has whenever they go over to her.
Yep, and apparently right now the name of this seed is Fetch Quest, because we've got the powder, we've got the mushroom. So yeah, we're pretty much getting all the Fetch Quest items here. The only thing we're missing is the shovel.
And looks like Furaime is heading up to Zora. Oh, actually gonna do the mushroom first.
Gonna stop off and drop him off a mushroom. Ooh, mini Moldorm Cave. Not treating Xyrak with the most respect there, but does finally manage to get it with the half-heart strats. And for those of you asking in chat, both of these runners are 2 and 1.
Which does indeed have something useful. She has some flippers.
Well, there we go. That was a good exchange. Potion ingredients for swimming items.
Now,
I like that.
It's kind of interesting, though, that with the flipper pickup right there, Furaime did not go right up to Zora.
Yeah. I was trying to think of some wise, witty comment for it, and I got nothing. Although Xyrak gonna have to be very careful here. Going for Ice Rod Cave, but only on a half heart. So even with the blue tunic, anything over here, even including a stiff gust of wind, and Xyrak's a goner.
We are getting a hobo check.
Let's see what the old man under the bridge has got for us, as well as an ice rod cave. We've got a bombs and arrows, so completely underwhelming on both accounts. Yeah, I'd imagine at this point Furaime is going to take the warp to Zora. Xyrak has a couple of options, but I would imagine gonna more than likely do the same thing.
Yeah, it looks like he's on his way up towards... Oh, he's actually heading over towards Eastern Palace, so he's going to do a check of Shroshala's hut and see what he has to give us.
No, that's always that's very, very interesting here, the routing differences. And the big thing, remember I mentioned about missing the dam earlier? Well, Xyrak hasn't checked the dam yet. Arrows, rupees, and more rupees. So nothing crazy in Sahasrara's back room. Continuing on, we are going to, Xyrak heading right into the Eastern Palace here. So again, we cannot complete the Eastern Palace. We don't have access to the bow. But we can do a fairly good check, and hopefully we come up with something, at least decent for our time.
Okay, we get our waterfall chest coming up in a minute here. And just more rupees and arrows. Seems to be the theme of this seed.
That'd be fine for Zelda 1 where your rupees are your arrows, but here we have them as separate entities. And oh, there's the ice rod. Well, this makes the trip into Eastern. Hey, look at that literary percent on the ledge. So Furaime is going to get the book out of this.
Now, with the book and having Glove and Toe, we may see Furaime make a play for Desert Palace, even without having the boots. 2 or 3 pieces is not bad at all.
Yeah, and even then, the boots isn't guaranteed to be needed. It just guarantees that you can get through Desert. Doesn't mean you need them to get through Desert.
Absolutely.
Zora, of course, proving to us about the giant scam artist that he actually is. But we've had map and compass in Eastern, so, well, that means the Armos Knights are going to have something.
Yeah, but unless Xyrak finds the bow here, he's not going to be able to figure out what it is exactly that they have.
No, absolutely not. And here you are correct. Furaime gonna probably do a quick check of Agina's cave first, then head right on over to Desert Palace, which again makes sense with the whole follow the breadcrumbs mentality. Agina just holding a little piece of heart. No big deal.
Although, old guy in a cave behind a bomb wall having a heart is kind of creepy.
Only if it's the Telltale Heart.
Okay, so we do not need the ledge. All that was a bomb upgrade. And we knew that would be the big key there, so waiting for Xyrak to get to the big chest to see what is one of the last items here in Eastern.
Yep, Vanilla Bow would be interesting.
Not
Nope,
Vanilla Bow,
just
just
money.
100.
All right, well, let's see what we're going to take a look at here in Desert. We've got, well, there's the big key, so that increased our chances of boots not being needed here. Going to take a quick check into this tower room. Let's see what's on the torch. Drum roll, please. Oh, it's the compass. Boots not required.
So we will see a finished desert. And now we have Xyrak finally heading to the dam, where he will find his sword, which will really help him out. And he will also pick up Ether as well.
Yeah, hey, that's a pretty good dam. You get a sword, you get a rusty coin. You know, sounds good to me.
A magician must have been there a little bit before.
Something like that. Hey, look at that, though. We are going to have some land molas holding an item in Desert, because our first one's... Oh! Moon Pearl. This is getting good all of a sudden.
Which, remember, they do have hammer and gloves already, so there is going to be quite a bit of access to the Dark World now, including places like Hype Cave.
Which is decidedly less hype in this version.
And then they also have Fire Rod already, so Skull Woods would not be out of the question either.
Nope, it would not. However, the one thing we have to keep in mind is that Quake could still be required, and if so, that means Aghanim 1 is required.
So it looks like Xyrak will be actually not sure what his... He may be making a play for Dark World right now. Not sure.
I mean,
or no, he may be going to bat. He may be going to bat.
This seems like Fetch Quest.
Not a bad decision, just for what we've seen so far of Breadcrumbs, the wrong fetch.
Well, we don't know if it's the wrong fetch yet, because we don't know what is going to fetch us. Let's see what we're going to get here.
Just
So we had some interesting bomb strats there initially from Furaime there, and now we're going to go with hammer strats on the Land Molas. Interesting thing to remember here is we usually come to the Land Mola fights much more well equipped, because the Land Molas themselves were designed to be killed with the fighter sword and the bow and maybe the ice rod. So
just took the heart of the last Land Mola, so nothing but the Moon Pearl in Desert, but it is also a crystal, and that is our first one on Furaime's side.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Moon Pearl, first crystal. Seemed like a good trip into the desert.
And it looks like Furaime may be making a play for Dark World to go ahead and hit up Hype Cave.
Yeah, it could potentially be. And Xyrak doing fake flippers here. Ironic, of course, considering we know where the real flippers are, and it's already an item that Xyrak has access to with the mushroom leading us to the flippers.
Ice Rod Cave was just either arrows or bombs. I forget which one, but it was not worth noting.
All right, so we got a pendant T-Rock, and we have a pendant Thieves Town. We do have a Crystal Mire, so Quake is still in play. Also, Fluted Pedestal is now in play because Mire is a crystal dungeon.
Also, Thieves Town was our green pendant, so it may end up being required if we do need to visit the old man once again.
Yeah, now we got a... let's see what Hype... Oh, Hype Cave! Got to return the Hype! We got the Cave Samaria happen. Hype Cave getting back a little bit of its name here.
So with both Rods and Kane already in our runners' collective hands, do you think it's possible that maybe Quake is required for Mire and Quake may be at pedestal?
Quake's in the Lumberjack Cave.
Or not Quake, I'm sorry, Bombos.
Bombos could be definitely a requirement there, absolutely. And like I said, Bombos would be the requirement. Flute is also the one there. Flute at pedestal is always fun. We do have... lost my train of thought here. A Crystal Swamp. So technically Mirror can be at pedestal as well.
We do have the muscle version of the digging game today, only producing 300 rupees, which Furaime does not need anymore.
And Xyrak now, knowing where the book is probably on the Great Flippers hunt, which is, interesting considering we know, again, where the flippers are. Now, again, we don't have Lamp. Oh, no, Xyrak making the play for Death Mountain here.
Yeah, we have Furaime going to bat to check what he has, and then probably right after we'll be heading to the Dark World to probably check out Skull Woods, would be my guess.
I mean, we have all the tools to do Skull Woods. It's definitely an option. And the big thing, just to point out here, is with Turtle Rock being a pendant, it's not explicitly required that the Ice Rod is needed. So unless Turtle Rock as a pendant is going to hold something we need, then that delve into Eastern for Xyrak could turn out to be more trouble than it was actually worth.
Okay, Old Man on the Mountain gives us another bottle. So that's 2 bottles on our resume now. And he will be heading up Death Mountain to check out what is at Spectacle Rock.
Do want to point out, though, that that was a bee in a bottle. So it was the best kind of bottle.
Laying up top, we only got Red Ruby, so nothing worth noting there. And inside, we got a bomb upgrade. So Spectacle Rock is also a bust.
Spectacle Rock is an entrance to nothing. Ooh.
We are getting a pedestal check.
Get your hype ready, everybody. We're going to know soon if we're going to need anything here. We got 4 options that it could be. Drum roll, please. No, just a little bit of love.
No pedestal this seed. I am sorry to disappoint all of chat.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But we're getting that out of the way early. So now the thing that Furaime knows is that pedestal or pendant dungeons are only if we're missing progression items now. So that's going to affect the routing. It's a huge effect on the routing, actually, because now, again, like I said, at this point, it's going to be no Eastern Palace, no Thieves Town, no Turtle Rock, unless absolutely necessary.
Which could be detrimental if Turtle Rock does have something at Trinex, because if that's the case, Furaime is going to have a long road to finding that Ice Rod, because he will be avoiding Eastern Palace now.
Yeah, and here's the interesting thing, Xyrak, retracing their steps, not sure what's going on here, getting a little lost, forgetting where they went here. So this is quite interesting.
Possibly has forgotten that he does have mushroom. He's probably looking for flippers.
Yeah, the problem again is the way this works is the powder is going to overwrite the mushroom, so the mushroom is on the same spot as the powder, but you got to hit the button to switch it off.
Absolutely, and remember, the book was on the ledge. The book actually leads to us getting Moon Pearl, so absolutely necessary for him to get the flippers to be able to really access any of the Dark World.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a huge thing. Looking at his menu again, just and I've been there. I've done that. I know you. I don't know if you've done a randomized race, but I know I've done it with randomizing races too. Just forgetting you have something or forgetting you've checked something. Oh, we are going to take a delve into Thieves Town early here. Maybe just to take a look at these 4 early chests, but going into a pendant Thieves Town, it is the green pendant, so there is that. But early pendant Thieves Town, interesting.
Also, the fact that he did see book on ledge is probably driving him crazy because that's where he feels that he has to go next. Is he has to be able to access that book. So he's just trying to figure out wherever he can go to find these flippers.
Yeah, and that's extremely disappointing. You never want to see this because we come here, we want to see good races. We never want to see a race lost to a mental error like this. And this is it's very disheartening to see that.
And we do have him double checking all of his footsteps already. The backtracking is really rough, especially as you said, when you have the powder just overwriting the mushroom and forgetting that you've picked that up.
Yeah, definitely very, very difficult. And this is going to be one of those things where it's like, Xyrak's going to be kicking themselves just, and like I said, it happens to everybody. There's no 2 ways about it.
I mean, maybe he walks here into Moldworm's cave and looks at the items and remembers, oh yeah, I did pick up mushroom here, and makes a run back. But that's about the only way he may find out that he has to go there.
We still have some Thieves Town action happening there with Furaime. Going ahead and bombing a hole in the floor. Now, of course, Thieves Town, for anyone who knows me, Thieves Town is one of my favorite dungeons to see in the game, and I'm happy that we're seeing it even though it's a pendant. And the reason being is because we get an absolutely horrible dad joke pun from Blind.
Seems like we may have Xyrak making a play to go back into the eastern area. Not sure if he's going to make a dive back into Eastern Palace or not, or if he's just going to...
Oh, Thieves Town for the pendant is going to be required here. We have the Titan's Myth there in, excuse me, in Thieves Town, so that's nice.
So Thieves Town wanted to hang on to the Titan's Mid, and it is definitely going to be required for our runners. So it's always good when you want to see something and you get to see a TG. And that is our 4th item. So you won't even have to deal with Blind.
He's probably still going to do it at this point just because it's the green pendant and Sahasrara might have something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, just want to remind everybody at this point, it's fine if you're going to go over and check the runner's normal streams, but just remember any information that you gathered here from the stream, you cannot communicate to the runners at all. So please, you can go, if you want to go and take a look, that's fine for your own amusement, that's fine, but do not tell anybody anything you see here. And too cheesy with the pizza joke is blind. Personally, I like bacon and salami on my pizza, but that's just me.
Nice quick blind fight from Furaime, and we'll be picking up the compass and the green pendant.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Yes, I said bacon and salami. Is there a problem with that, chat? Graham, do you have a problem with bacon and salami pizza?
Nah, I'm good with bacon and salami.
See, so not a big deal. There we go, bacon and salami. So we are now looking at how a Skull Woods play here from Furaime, as Xyrak still unfortunately just getting himself caught in this, just never-ending loop of what did I forget? What did I miss? What did I forget? What did I miss?
Looks like he's going to be paying another visit to the royal family.
Well, we have sword. Aghanim is progress.
Unfortunately, not the sword we need, though.
True. I never said we were going super crazy with it.
And we got our half magic here in Skull Woods.
So half magic is going to be nice, especially considering because we do have Fire Rod, and with Fire Rod, Fighter Sword and Hammer on Mothula, that's a little iffy. Fire Rod on Mothula, it's slightly more doable.
Also, this room's so much nicer with Samaria.
Yep, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I enjoy doing that room with the Can of Samaria just because I enjoy doing things, that are much, much easier, and I'm really lazy. But now time to take a look at what Burning the Spine here on Skull Woods is going to get for us.
And directly to Mothula.
Do not pass go, do not collect 200 rupees.
Oh, I'm totally taking the rupees.
Leave the rupees, take the cannoli.
And Xyrak is absolutely baffled right now.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine the words coming out of mouths right there, because I know if this was me, there would be some very choice words coming out of my mouth that are not appropriate for any location. And it looks like we're trying hammer strats on Mothula. Very interesting.
Can confirm that trying to hit a moth with a hammer is not very easy. You end up with holes in your wall.
Well, that's because you're using the wrong hammer. And Furaime Mothula dropping the big key, so we're going to go back in and get a nice potential big chest check as we have our second crystal of the match here, Skull Woods.
Heading to Sanctuary, thought Xyrak may have figured it out, but instead he is heading in the opposite direction, still confused as to what he is missing.
And there's the compass there for Furaime, and we are seeing the same loop again from Xyrak. This is one of those situations where it's like you're just trying to go over everything in your head, step by step by step. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? And it's just an awful feeling. But as we continue on here, Furaime getting out of Skull Woods here. At this point, we've done Thieves Town, we've done Skull Woods. I mean, we don't have Mirror, so we can't do Swamp House. We're still looking for Mirror, we're still looking for Bow. So, with Titan's Mitt, I mean, Ice Palace?
Well, we got a shovel first.
Well, we can always go visit Stumpy then. But we have Titan's Mitt, so we can probably go ahead and we can take care of, Froggy World Tour. We can do Lunchbox if we want to.
Looks like we're going to mash some pegs first.
Yeah, this is always so boring to me, though. It's so much more fun to do the pegs with the boots.
Yes, definitely much more entertaining to watch. But definitely rough for Xyrak. Don't like watching this at all, and I know personally with the races that I've done, if something were like this were to happen to my opponent, I'd feel absolutely horrible for them. Don't ever want to see anything like this happen.
Yep. Well, the only thing I can know right now is that Xyrak in the SRL chat has just typed in, "Welp, there's a first time for everything." Oh, we've got item screen here. We've got an item screen. We are making progress.
If he scrolls over the powder, he will see that the toggle does show up, and
dude, just scroll over, buddy. That's all you gotta do. Just scroll over. Piece of heart there with the shovel. Xyrak, just scroll over. Hit the right button once, please. Once. That's all I'm asking you, brother. Once. And unfortunately, in SRL, we do have a dot quit from Xyrax here.
We are going to see Furaime play out the seed. So we do have the Smithy returning to his brother, so we'll see what they give us. And
just more hearts.
A lot of people have love in this seed.
Hey, just be thankful that normally when I see all these heart pieces, I start singing. I haven't yet.
So we do have Furaime making a play over to the hut. We'll just find some rupees and arrows over here, so nothing much.
Yep, but yeah, as you said, 50 rupees, 20 rupees, arrows. But Furaime here, we're already over in the area, so might as well check EP, right?
Absolutely. Might be interesting when he finds Ice Rod if he may think that in a little bit he may need to dive into Turtle Rock for something.
Well, the way this game likes to play, we're going to have to dive into a pendant Turtle Rock for a bow hiding at Tranix.
And that would lead to the hook shot at, let's say, Armos.
And the mirror at Helmosaur, just because.
Although Armos actually won't hold the hook shot because we already found all the items here. But it's a good thought anyway.
Did we find the third item in Eastern?
I do believe so.
No, I thought it was 100 rupees, Ice Rod, and Armos has the third one because we found Map and Compass.
Oh, yes, we did find Compass. That's right.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Anyway, again, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, just because you see a dot forfeit in the IRC does not mean that you can go ahead and let people know where they messed up. Technically, the race is still going on because there is a command in IRC called dot unquit, which you can still do while the race is still active. So no information can be given out until everybody involved in the race is done. Just a reminder again, do not give out any information until the race is complete. But continuing on here, we are still a couple items away from Go Mode. We know that the Quake Medallion is in the Lumberjack's tree. We don't know what's required to get into Mire. With our luck, it'll just be Ether.
No, we did have the 100 rupees, so yes, we do have all the items out of Eastern. Compass was at Armos. But we are indeed running short on spots of where to go. I do believe that with what we have, Ice may be the next play. And that looks like that's where Furaime's going.
Yeah, Ice Palace definitely seems like it's the play. And here we are. We are going into Ice Palace. So we've got the snazzy blue clothes and the snazzy blue dungeon. So let's take a look at what we are going to have here in Ice Palace. And it looks like Xyrak is trying to figure out what he messed up on here. So we are going to see that. Let's hope we figure it out. Leave me alone, I'm sick. You have my item. And Xyrak dropping the bomb on the sick kid. That's horrible. Don't do that, people.
To answer the question in chat, he did dot quit, but he did say in RC that he does want to figure this out. He wants to know where he went wrong.
Yep, we do have some Ice Palace shenanigans happening here with Furaime. And we're going to see what's going on here, but just picking up some explosives. No big, just some explosives. And now we've got a pause from Furaime here. Looks like it was, oh, we got the double explosion. So this strat here in the Stalfos room, I always found it interesting that all you have to do is place one bomb, the first Stalfos, and then just smack the other one into it, and they'll both get killed by the bomb explosion. I love that.
Bomb's a very useful item in Ice Palace. You get that, you have this lovely bomb jump here. Lets you skip like half the dungeon itself.
Yeah, the speedrun route of this dungeon is just so pretty. Because with the bomb jump, with a perfectly executed bomb jump, you don't have to worry about playing the Switch game. You miss a whole lot of it. Like the speedrun route of this dungeon is just so beautiful. And we have the double bomb strats here, or triple bomb strats there in the penguin room. And oh, wait, there's 4 bombs. Got to go back for those. Oop, 4 bombs. Got to get my explosions.
Got another bomb jump incoming.
See, that's a different way I've seen that, because I've seen a bunch of races and everyone doing that bomb jump has always done it from the left side. That's the first time I've seen the bomb jump from the bottom there.
Just as effective, though.
And now we got to freeze some jellyfish here, putting the ether medallion to good use. Now, can somebody please explain to me how those items are floating? Like, seriously, can somebody explain to me how we just had 4 items floating on the ground there? And this bomb jump is hard, and Furaime gets it pretty much first try there. Wow. Like, I've seen people, like, die several times trying to do that bomb jump. That bomb jump was incredible.
You were questioning how the items were floating. I'm questioning how things can actually be frozen in an already frozen palace.
Liquid nitrogen, man. Liquid nitrogen.
And we have TGE disclosing the secret behind Ether. And there we have our lamp.
Wow, that's quite the interesting spot for the lamp.
So we may have to see a half dive into pod upcoming.
Potentially a half dive into pod. Yeah, no, definitely potentially a half dive into pod. Unless we get the troll of all trolls and get the item we need in the only chest that's available. Oh no, we can't even get into swamp. Never mind. I'm thinking wrong things. I'm thinking missing hammer and not. It's late.
I was gonna say, we still don't have mirror. Can't do much with swamp yet.
Furaime making a stop up here, falling down the hole, heading back up the stairs because, as I said, the speedrun route of Ice Palace is beautiful. However, I have to check every darn chest run in Ice Palace is obnoxious.
Anti-Fairy laughs at his skull pot toss.
Can you say that 3 times fast?
No.
Not even. Oh, Master Sword.
And now, there's also the possibility that we may see Aga.
That does open up Aghanim. So this is quite fascinating here. We had to go into a relatively early Ice Palace to pick up the lamp, which is technically a required progression item, the Master Sword, which could potentially be a required progression item. This has been crazy so far. Oh wow! Am I the only one who finds the hilarity in that?
That is great.
The irony in that bunny sprite from Marissa is awful. And hilarious. That's just crazy. But let's see what Cold Stare is going to give us here. See if we can have a pretty decent fight. Fire Rod and Master Sword, not the way you want to do this fight. But hey, half magic, get all your Fire Rod shots in and you're good. Cold Stare.
Wow! And hook shot!
That opens up a lot of things. Now we have some Death Mountain access.
And Death Mountain would definitely be my play because, remember, we also got Lamp here. And technically, Death Mountain was not open yet because you shouldn't have to sequence break, even though both runners are able to. But it does seem to be screaming Death Mountain right now.
Oh, it's absolutely screaming Death Mountain right now. But yeah, Hookshot definitely opens up a whole lot more in this game. We saw a little bit of Death Mountain initially when Xyrak went up there, but now with the Hookshot, that opens up a lot of places.
Well, we have Eastern Death Mountain, we have Dark World Death Mountain, we have Hera now opened up. So yeah, he's okay for a little bit.
Yeah. Furaime gonna remind him, oh yeah, there's that medallion thing that I might need.
Now, some of the items that we know he still needs, we know he will need bow, we know he will need flute because bow is required to complete Pass of Darkness, and, well, flute we need for Meyer, so we will definitely be waiting for those items, and then, yeah, there's a few others as well, possibly Bombos, we have not seen yet, and we do still need Mirror as well.
Yeah, and we do know that pedestal is not required because we did get an early pedestals check from Furaime. It's just a little bit of love. And there's the bee in a bottle from the old man. of all the things that the old man can give you there, you can get the hook shot, you can get all these, finds. Is a bee in a bottle not the most grandparent gift ever? Like, oh, I saw this stuffed bee in a bottle. I thought you'd like it, and you're sitting there like, where in the 20 some odd years, 30 years you've known me, Grandpa, do you think I'm gonna want a bee in a bottle? Like, that's just the most grandparent gift ever. Tell me I'm wrong here.
Honestly, with all the spare time that he has up on the mountain, I'm surprised it's a bee and not like a, miniature ship.
Yeah, or at least if it was a dead rock in a bottle, that would at least be creative, because how'd you get the dead rock in there? But seriously, just a bee in a bottle? I mean, it reminds me of being younger, and God love you, Grandma and Grandpa, but some of those Christmas gifts, although I will give you guys credit, the 1 year where you got all the grandsons, the boxer shorts that come in the can, and every single one of them was a different soda. That was kind of cool. Like, that was ingenious. Like, there was Mountain Dew, there was Pepsi, there was that. That was kind of funny. But most of those, ooh.
So we do have Eastern Death Mountain being checked right now. And there's our bow.
The bow. So that's going to open up Palace of Darkness now. So yeah, Ice Palace was the play, strangely enough. Not very often you can say, yeah, the right play was to go Ice Palace early. And we've got a heart container, some bomb upgrades there as we went into PowerPoint mode there for a minute. Some more hearts. Wow. All of the life here in this seed, and some more arrows. So we are up to 12 hearts now, Blue Tunic. Survivability has definitely been increased here on Furaime's side.
He figures since he has that extra heart, he'll just use one to bomb his way over. Takes a look, and nothing but arrows on the floating island. And it looks like he is going to make a play over to Hera instead of doing Spiral and Dark World Death Mountain.
Well, Spiral's one of those things where you try to avoid it as much as you can until you have Boot, just because it's just so long and drawn out and boring. And
absolutely.
spiraling.
We're also going to get an ether check here.
More love. But there is the small key in the basement of Hera, putting the hook shot to good use there for Furaime. Just boom, boom, boom. Like, I come down, I see what I want, just call it good. Hookshot being, very efficient right now.
Don't lie, if you had the hookshot, you'd be using it to do all that too.
If I had the hookshot, I'd find a way to figure out how to make my job easier with it.
And now everyone's favorite downtime, Tile Room in Hera.
Cue the elevator music. All right, so we pretty much know what we're getting here from, this chest down here because, well, we got a key and we got a heart, so we're gonna be getting the big key from down here. And the reason you saw Furaime doing all that, getting hit by the tiles there, is so we can do a death warp. We don't have the mirror, so a death warp is faster.
Although it's slower because he does have blue mail. Also, I do like that death animation as well.
Yeah, the bunny animation though was just I can't. We do have Xyrak now trying to figure out where he went wrong, falling back into escape again, killing rats in frustration. I mean, that's a good way to get some stress there anyways, killing rats in frustration. Come on, Xyrak, just go up and bomb. Just go up and bomb that hole, brother. That's all you do. Just go up and bomb the hole. Oh, hey, we got the bug net. We got the bug net. Oh, doesn't quite get the bomb jump there. Had to run around and played the game there, but falls down the hole. But not a big deal. Xyrak picking up a second bomb here. So rage bomb now. We need 2 rage bombs. What we do know, though, is that Trolldorm up here is going to have the map, so there's no item that we're going to be needing from Moldorm. We're just going to be, well, I was going to say count the times we fall down the hole, but I don't even get to Moldorm and we're going to fall down the hole. Are we going to count that as falling to Moldorm, Krim, or not?
Well, I mean, if we count that, do we count the missed bomb jump? Because that would make that 2.
Maybe. We just want to count them in Tower of Hera as a whole?
And we are going to hammer the tail of the worm.
Mia does tempered sword damage, whereas the Master Sword only does, well, Master Sword damage, so.
And actually a very, very friendly Moldorm pattern there.
We're getting rage slashes there on the Ice Rod Cave chest. How about some rage bombs? Come on, we're gonna need some rage bombs. But we do have our 4th crystal over on Furaime's side, that of course being the Tower of Hera. Now with the bow in hand, that opens up Palace of Darkness for number 5. We are still missing 2 items for Go mode. We still need the mirror and the flute. Both of those items, again, are required to have access to the specific dungeons we need. Mirror for Swamp Palace and the flute for Misery Mire. The other thing with Mire is we, until we get the flute, aren't going to know what the medallion needed for Misery Mire is, so that could potentially lead into an Aghanim being required.
For all we know, Aghanim might be required anyway, because we do not know what's on the pyramid ledge either.
That is true, however, we're making our way over towards Palace of Darkness. We can get there eventually.
Absolutely.
But looks like we're going to go ahead and take care of all of our other stuff here in Death Mountain first.
Furaime electing to go this way probably is just going to check what medallion is needed for Turtle Rock.
Just in case. I mean, you might as well, you never know.
And would you look at that? Quake is required for Turtle Rock.
Wait.
So imagine if we have to enter it.
Then this just became ridiculously trolly, and I love it.
Well, not only that, because yes, that would make Aghanim required, but that would also require him to find the boots.
Oh yeah, I forgot we don't have boots.
Well, we have 4 more chests that we're going to be checking up here. They are the hookshot chests, so we'll see if Hookshot Cave has anything of interest, or if we will be saving and quitting and making a play for either Aghanim or Palace of Darkness. Ooh, a cave.
Oh, there's the cave. I mean, me personally, you know you need Palace of Darkness. You don't know that you need Aghanim quite yet. I would be making the play to Palace of Darkness just because it's making progression.
Aghanim, it's pretty easy to get to Aghanim. Just go to Link's house, you're fine. But I would definitely be making the play to Palace of Darkness just to make the progression there.
Island was just some arrows. Gonna be doing a quick spike cave check here.
I mean, we just got the cape, so you might as well, right?
Absolutely. Get rid of all Death Mountain in one shot.
And half magic cape, it's perfectly fine and acceptable. And hey, we got 50 rupees. Let's brave death to get a little bit of money.
The only thing that kind of stinks about this right now is he actually has to walk over to the Palace of Darkness. He can't just flute there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's actually very, very bad. But it looks like we're going to go ahead and take our long and winding, arduous path to the warp here, hammer our way through, and we are going to have some Palace of Darkness action.
A nice trek through the pretty mundane maze here. You do it once, you've done it 100 times.
Yeah, most important thing when you're going through here is to make sure you have the rupees for Kiki the monkey.
Which he indeed does.
Yeah, absolutely. Kiki can be a bit annoying. I remember the first time playing through this game, I'm like, how do I get into this? How do I get into this? Not realizing that I need to give money to the monkey.
That's a greedy monkey.
Yes, why couldn't this be Link's Awakening where we just give the monkey bananas?
Green Pennant was Thieves Town.
And now the long, arduous trip here through the Palace of Darkness. We do have everything we need to complete it, although, Master Sword, Hammer, Helmasaur, I mean, it's okay, I guess.
All right, here. So we do have, again, a Furaime here in the Palace of Darkness here, continuing on. Again, we are looking for 2 items left. We need the mirror to get into Swamp Palace. We need the flute to get into Misery Mire. Once we find both those, we will be in go mode, although I guarantee Furaime is hoping to find Tempered Sword, Buttered Sword, and, of course, the Silver Arrows. So here's a question with Palace of Darkness. Now, you've seen me try and run this game, and you know I'm horrible at this, so my opinion is pretty much invalid here. But when you're running this game, when you do Palace of Darkness, do you do what we just saw Furaime do and go right side first, or you just immediately do all the left side stuff and then do all the right side when it comes there? How do you route your Palace of Darkness?
I tend to do the direction Furaime does. Now, I'm in no regards a top runner of this game, but I do tend to go right. But I mean, I do understand doing left first. It's all a matter of preference, I would assume.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Now, the big thing to keep in mind here, as we are rescuing a fish over on Xyrak's side, is that if Palace of Darkness has nothing, then we become a very interesting scenario here. Because, as we're still saving the fish, we still need boots to get to the Quake Medallion. Oh no, fishy got caught in the ledge. No, that poor fish. I'm upset, that poor fish.
Palace of Darkness still coming up empty so far. Now we do have a few more items to get out of here. Well, there's one of them, and that's not what we want.
And that's a key. That's also not what we want. Big
There's
key.
our big key.
That is a key we want.
Absolutely. So he's gonna make the quick trip over, and looks like he's gonna try to.
Thought about it, then thought the better of it.
Well, he does have a chest in here to.
True.
grab
And actually,
to.
chat pointing or something I did forget. Palace of Darkness is Crystal 7, or Crystal 5, excuse me. With Desert being Crystal 6, this does open up the Fat Fairy.
Absolutely. And she may possibly have boots.
She could have boots, she could have flute, she could have mirror.
But not all three.
No, there's only 2 chests in there.
And it looks like we will have to wait to get to the king to find our last item. Takes the death on purpose to get a refill on health and quickly warp back to the beginning. Yeah, basically a recap of the early game progression. We got Mushroom out of the mini Moldorm cave, which led to the witch who held the flippers. Immediately upon getting the flippers, if you headed up to Sora's Lake and saw the ledge, there was the book, and book held Moon Pearl, which really was the key to opening up the seed. There was not a lot of progression available left in the light world.
Yeah, and then once making our way into the dark world there, we got to get the Titan's Myth out of a green pendant thieves town. We had really nothing of value except for the crystal in Skull Woods, which led our only way here to Palace of Darkness was through the Ice Palace, which gave Lamp and a hook shot, which opened up Death Mountain giving us the bow, which has now led us here to Palace of Darkness. And Xyrak is just going to town on the cuckoo.
Although I feel bad for him, I do wish this was Ocarina of Time right now, where the cuckoos attacked you.
You know, that is one of my favorite things about Ocarina of Time is you go over and you try and make a nice, delicious... Oh, you mean like this right here?
Oh, there we go. There's our attack.
Cuckoo attack! We've got a cuckoo attack! I didn't realize that happened in this game. I completely did not realize that happened in this game. That's kind of awesome. Maybe they got mad because they heard us talking about making the fried cuckoo dinner earlier.
I still go first.
Christos is out searching for a bow, according to the old lady there. Also, I do love this trick here with the hammer. Taking the sword out, giving your hammer the sword's hitbox. Gotta love it. Someday that kid's gonna be in a high school band. What are you gonna name your band, kid?
And Hamasaur King just had some more rupees for us.
Nothing wrong with that. Rupees, I mean, I wish I had all this extra rupees. So, I mean, I guess here's the question now. At this point, go beat Ganon. Getting mad at the side, like, I can't go beat Ganon. So, now, I know you said this is your first time doing commentary on one of these races, but I think at this point I might have to break out something from the last tournament and get the opinion in the chat here. So last tournament we got into a discussion about the series of 3 live-action Disney movies that are going to depict the Hyrule tragedy, starting with The Great Armos Uprising and then moving on from there. So I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask chat the same thing here as we have Furaime getting the large bomb to go check out the Pyramid Fairy. Better choice for a voice actor for Navi, Gilbert Gottfried or Fran Drescher?
I don't know. I mean, I would say Fran Drescher just edges Gilbert Gottfried just a little bit with the I want to shoot the person who that voice is coming from category, but yeah, both would not be a bad selection there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you think. I mean, and we got into this discussion, you know, during one of the other seeds, and about who would be who and what in the live action, you know, live action interpretation here. As Fat Fairy has a blue rupee, and oh, the Tempered Sword.
All right, so we'll go check for the ledge, I'm assuming right now.
Yeah, mine as well. It's the only place we got left before, well,
just bombs.
So, what did we miss? Was it the third item in Eastern Palace, or did I miss it? Oh, catfish! Catfish! We forgot catfish.
And Falcon making an excellent point, TG. Gilbert Gottfried should indeed be Tingle.
Ooh. That's not bad. But can we all agree as Danny DeVito as King of the Gorons? And chat responding to Xyrak asking press F. So everyone press F to pay your respects. $50 rupees.
Something else that was not checked, Bumper Cave. We do have Cape now.
We do have Cape, yes. Bumper Cave is an option. And it looks like Xyrak has opted just to restart and figure out where the holy heck did I go wrong? And yeah, it looks like we're going to go kill ourselves some Armos Knights. But again, chat, go ahead and put on your best creative caps here. And basically, all of your main characters that you would think of: Link, Zelda, Impa, the sages from Ocarina of Time, Tingle, Navi, Skull Kid, you know, all of the big characters. Go ahead and figure out who would be good people to play them if we were to have the live action 3-part series of the story of the tragedy of Hyrule. So you guys go ahead, and that is your homework as we are making our way towards the Armo statues here.
Although some futility in possibly coming back here, I do like to watch the use of this hook shot.
Oh yeah, no, the hook shot makes movements. It's basically being used as Boots Light right now. Didn't quite get the Cuckoo clip there in Christos's Chicken Hut.
That means we are 0 for 3 on Cuckoo Clip.
We are. That's a little disappointing. And can you say that one 3 times fast too?
I'm not attempting to try to say anything 3 times fast in this restream.
You're no fun. Alright, so chat brings up a very valid point here. Who's the narrator? Morgan Freeman or Sam Jackson? And we got a beautiful quick going. There it is. Armos is with the mirror. That's going to unlock Swamp Palace for us. So a full clear of Eastern was necessary. Swamp Palace is going to be next on the progression list. So we still have the not having to go to Turtle Rock Dream alive and well. We still need the flute. And the boots are potentially still out there if and only if we need to get into Turtle Rock, or if the big key is on the torch in Ganon's Tower.
So a lot of people were saying Morgan Freeman for the narrator. I would have to say Morgan Freeman would actually make a great voice for the old Deku Tree.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, you start, I'm like, he's going to go Deku Tree there.
Although,
and now I need that.
Although, oh, Boots!
Oh, hey, Boots! Boots from
the
Mirror
Grove.
Blocked. In the Grove, yeah, in the, wow. So, hey, we have Boots unlocked now, so if Flute's in Turtle Rock, we're good.
And good news for chat, we will have a bonk check at the end of the seed.
Bonk checks are always nice. And we're going to have a minimum of at least 2 on times fluted. Furaime going over to Bombos because why not?
I like to see burning vultures.
Who doesn't like to see burning vultures?
And both tablets having just a little bit of love.
They love reading, but only a little bit, though.
So, if he would still be around, I think Christopher Lee would have definitely been a good voice to have in that as well.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I do want to do some shout outs here. We did have somebody want to shout out our own Willard J. Bradley. Wanted to have Willard play the sick kid in the live action, just a little cameo there. So we'll throw some shout outs that way. We'll get that in there for you. But now here is the fun here of Swamp Palace is, do we do left side skip or not?
It all depends what we find before then. Although with finding the boots, we might be going to Turtle Rock anyway.
You just can't get rid of Turtle Rock. I mean, it's not my favorite rock, though.
Would that be Third Rock?
No, it'd be Fraggle Rock. I mean, let's see. We have the list of rocks there. We have Spectacle Rock, Fraggle Rock, Third Rock, The Rock, Turtle Rock. I mean, I'd have to give it to Fraggle Rock. But anyway, we are just a flute away from go mode. And looks like we are going to be doing left side skip here to start with in Swamp Palace. In other news, over on our left-hand side, we can see Xyrak has decided to retrace his steps to figure out where exactly he went wrong. And in about, 2 to 3 minutes time, we're going to know exactly where he went wrong, and there's going to be lots of head desking. Continuing on our search here in the Swamp Palace, we've got Compass and Big Key, and it looks like it's time for a quick turnaround to see what exactly we have. Or not. We'll just go pick up. There's the flute. There's the flute. Now we're not quite in go mode yet. We don't know the medallion for Meyer. We have a 33% chance that we are in go mode, a 33% chance that we need to kill Aghanim, and a 33% chance of we have no idea what the hell the last item is. And over on Xyrak's side, we have got the mini Moldorm Cave, which is going to hold the mushroom, which is going to be a giant head desk. And there it is. And there's the stop of the chest. Incoming rage indeed, everybody.
His
He's just
comment
at the
was,
Yep.
"Oh, rip me."
Yep. And appropriately, he has placed Mog in the corner thinking about what he's done. And now just bombing the ever-loving crap out of that chest.
Good fight on Furaime's side. He is down to only Misery Meyer left, so we will see him flute over, and we will see what our medallion requirement is.
And I'm not sure if you noticed this, but can I say that when the Marissa sprite was holding up the crystal there, it kind of looked a little bit like Sabin from Final Fantasy VI? Did you see that too?
I did not, but I will check it out.
Yeah, take a look when Furaime kills Vitreous. And by the way, the sync was real there coming out of Sanctuary.
And he is going over to visit the witch right now. When he sees the witch has flippers, it will just cement everything for him.
I hate to see what's going to happen to that poor witch. Also, everybody, get your swag ducks out. Alrighty, now the moment of... And there's the flippers for Xyrak. And just slashing the crap out of the witch there. Here's the moment of truth. What is the medallion? It is Quake. Aghanim is going to be required here, so we're going to have to go over and kill Aghanim. Quake is what we need.
Just doing a quick dive into the mire shed just to see if silvers might possibly be in here.
Might as well.
But they are not. Just some money and loving.
I'm okay with the money. Oh yeah, we still have Checkerboard Cave. I forgot Checkerboard Cave actually exists. It's just got more love.
Very, very healthy seed.
Absolutely. And it's kind of, we want to know it. You learn it's an Aghanim seed at 95 minutes in. Nothing quite like that, huh? Yep, now we have Xyrak making his way down the river to go ahead and pick himself up a very, very soggy book. But we have Tempered Sword for this, so it's, a Tempered Sword climb. Gonna be pretty easy peasy.
Yeah, Tempered Sword always makes this climb a lot more enjoyable.
This climb's enjoyable?
Okay, a lot less unenjoyable.
I believe the word you're looking for is tolerable.
What is words never to use to describe TGE for 500, Alex?
That's not the $500 question. That's like a $100 question there. But here's the one good thing about what we have coming up here as we are climbing up Aghanim's Tower, everybody. We have some more RNG guess games to play because if you remember the original game, there are two mode options that Aghanim can throw at you. He has the regular orbs of power that you can hit back at him, and then he has the blue orbs that split into multiple mini orbs when you hit them. So the question is, how many of those blue orbs is Aghanim going to throw? Krim?
I'm gonna go 3.
3. This seed's been, ridiculously trolly enough. I'm going to go with we get 1. We're going to get 1 blue orb. And just because this seed's been, kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. So just that 1, just 1. 1. We've got all kinds of different guesses here in the chat. We see 10, 4, 6, 7, 11, 0, 1. So some of y'all are trollier than I am. I kind of like that. But oh yeah, we're getting bug net strats, Krim.
Nice.
Dashing bug net strats. That's even better.
Bug dash. Gotta love it.
Why is bug dash not a Pokemon attack, by the way? Like, seriously, why is Bug Dash not a Pokemon attack? And there's the first blue orb.
And there's some more slashing on Xyrak's side after he discovers the Moon Pearl.
Oh, Bugnet throwing it off, so we're going to see at least one more shot than we said. Now he's like, nope, okay, I'm done playing around here. We are going back to Tempered Sword. There's the second blue orb, so even missing that first one would not have mattered here, but we are going to get another cycle here because we did accidentally miss that. So it's only going to be 2 either way, but we have to go through another set of lightning because, we missed. But that's going to be it for Aghanim here, and now that's going to put us officially in go mode because we know where the last item we need is hiding. And that, of course, is the Quake Medallion in the Lumberjack Cave. Xyrak now, we're just going to go back in, pick up the hammer and all that, all that happy fun stuff that we got here in the Hyrule Castle basement. But there it is. We're going to knock the top of the tree off and fall down Marissa fall down the hole and get ourselves the Quake Medallion.
That makes me want a Plucky Duck Sprite now.
We need Plucky Duck just for fall down the hole. Oh man, I didn't know how much I needed that until you just said that.
And his bunny can beat Montana Max.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Now I want to go watch Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons. But now the big question is, are we going to get God Mode Meyer? Because the way this seed has been, we're probably going to get, vanilla big key location, because why not? But God Mode Meyer would be nice.
Nice clear of that room there.
That was pretty spot on, not going to lie. But yes, all you sprite creators get to work and Plucky Duck for V27. Well, there's the compass, because compass. So we've got the keys. At this point, the only thing we are missing here in Misery Mire is going to be the big key. And once we get the big key here, we'll be able to take on Vitreous and get down onto Ganon's Tower. And of course, getting our way to Ganon's Tower, that brings up yet another game that we want to play, chat. So I don't need them right now, but I need you thinking. There are 22, yes, 22 spots in Ganon's Tower where the big key can be. Just like the big key you found there was in that chest in Misery Mire. But you need to think about where the big chest, the big key, is going to be in Ganon's Tower. So that's what I want you guys to think about. And when we get to Ganon's Tower, I will ask you again. But be thinking about your numbers right now.
We do have our quick run to Vitreous now, which, by quick I mean 7 or 8 rooms.
Yep.
And a few bonks.
Yeah, just a few. Just a few. I do love the Cane of Samaria dash there. We're getting all the swag here. We've had bug dashes. We've had cane dashes. I mean, can't really go wrong with any of that, can you?
No, not at all. I like to watch stuff like that. Except when he misses the block switch.
Yeah, never fun when you fire the arrow to reach the nothing. The problem with shovel dashes, though, shovel dashes, if I remember correctly, those can soft lock you. And I do want to point out here, while Furaime is going to go ahead and take on Vitreous here, make sure you give both of our runners a follow. Big points here to Xyrak for actually sticking out, going back and figuring out where we went wrong here, but make sure you give both of our runners some love. So click on those follow buttons for them, give them some love, show them your support, show them how much you appreciate all the entertainment they've given us here in the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament.
And there is our final crystal. So we will have a run up to Death Mountain to enter Ganon's Tower. Upon entering Ganon's Tower...
Sabin. It looks like Sabin, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can see Sabin there. Once we enter, we will be looking for all those numbers to fill up chat on where our big key is going to be.
Just to get it out there now, and I guess the same thing every time, so it's no secret. Chest number 16.
And my guess is always 11, so we will see.
Also, our first instance, and probably last instance of super speed here in the run.
Also, chat, there is another game we can play as well, because there is one item that would definitely be useful that we still do not see on our runner's tracker, and that is the silver arrows. So, given that he does not find them in Ganon's Tower, where is Ganon going to tell us they are?
Oh, Ganon's going to tell us they're in Ganon's Tower, but they're going to be in the big chest. Although T-Rock does make the most sense here. But get those big key numbers in now as we are approaching Ganon's Tower, everybody. So let us know. Let us know what number chest you think it's going to be in. A lot of people want the torch and tile room here. And we're going to obviously go take out right side here first, because we get a key. Do we get the chest? Nope, we just get 2 keys here. We're going to do right side first. See, this always baffles me. I'm so used to seeing left side first here that right side first is just so strange to me.
It seems that runners, if they do get the 1 key out of there, they will go right side just to check out a few of the chests, but they won't go through and fully complete it.
Yeah, but so far we've had 2 keys, 2 chests. So we're going to continue on our counting here. My 16 is take into account left side first usually, but we'll continue on. We got right side here. We've got 2 chests taken down so far. We do have the mirror, so let's see where we're going to go here. Chest 3 is the red boomerang. Chest 4 is just some bombs. Chest 5 is just some arrows, and chest 6 is the compass. So nope, nothing on the right side here.
Grabs his key and heads to the left.
So item number 7 is going to be the item we see here on the torch. So are we going to see Bob today or no? That's a hard to see bottle there. But I certainly hope that's Pyrex, because if it gets knocked off that torch, it's going to shatter.
Bob's been on the bottle a little too much.
So let's see, chest 8 is just another heart piece. Chest 9 is, there's our 4th and final bottle. That one's got a fairy in it. Chest 10 gonna be just a red rupee. Chest 11, Crim, here you go, my friend. Nope, that's a key, but not the one you wanted.
It is important to note that is not my usual chest 11 either.
Yeah, my usual chest 16 is the second one behind the ice armos. But chest 12 gonna be, nope, just a piece of heart. We got some blue boomerang strats here happening. There we go, getting it second try, and we have more keys here for Furaime. So we have chest 11, we had this is chest 13 coming up here now. My numbers are all off. So chest 13 is going to get us some gold bombs. So now we're going to head over into the randomizer, and we're going to have 14, 15, 16, and 17.
Dropping bombs along the way. He's going to blow up Gannis Tower on the way out.
Well, I'm pretty sure Aghanim is a load-bearing boss. Oh, there's the golden sword.
And our
and
silvers.
There's your silver arrow. I did call silvers in Ganon's tower.
So Ganon's tower not only is making finding the big key hard, but it made the Ganon fight a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. We got delicious, freshly churned butter sword and some argentum arrow. So we're gonna be nice and fine there. And that was chest 17 there that that was in the last one of that room. So, I mean, not the numbers we normally associate with the chests, but that we didn't specify with chest, we just specified number. I'm still taking credit if it's in the second chest behind the ice armos, and just saying. Also, hi Bob.
Bob does not hold the big key.
But that's 18, so 19, 20, 21, and then we have tile room. I will say silver arrows do make this fight so much easier.
The ice tiles do not.
Well, when does ice make anything easier? 19, 20, 21. Hey guys! Tile room it is.
Isn't that just the perfect ending to this seed?
It really is with how trolly this seed has been. Like, it just makes all the sense in the world, too. Yes, this tower room is made great by the fact that, oh yeah, there's also ceiling masters. But here we are gonna have our big key, everybody.
And now off to the gauntlet.
Which is such an appropriate name for this part of the game, because it's just such an absolute pain. But now again, we do have our entrance here, and let's take a look and see how well this gauntlet is going to treat Furaime here. Could be good, could be bad. All I know is it's a gauntlet in Ganon's tower, so it's probably going to be bad.
interesting strat there, just to take a quick jump off the ledge.
Hey, sometimes you just feel like falling down the hall. But the one thing about the gauntlet is Silver Arrow's Butter Sword just makes this, as you can see, just ridiculously smooth sailing.
Yeah, definitely making quick work of the gauntlet.
Also, I do believe I in fact owe you an apology, because I remember we were talking on Discord before this started, and I'm pretty sure I said, quote, "You're funny if you think we're seeing a Butter Sword in this seed." So I guess I owe you an apology for that, as we get the beautiful one cycle here on Land Mode 2.
Mistimes the swag dash through the door.
See, these rooms always freak me out when I first saw them, because, you know, the way you're supposed to get through this, you're supposed to use the ether medallion to light up the floor so you know where to walk.
Yeah, we don't do that in speedruns.
Wait, what's this? Wait, did we do things intended? No. And then we have another Marissa go down the hall. And
Gotta say though, very good gauntlet.
Phenomenal gauntlet there. You know, we make the joke that, yeah, Butter Sword makes it easy, but you still have to execute even with the Butter Sword there. That was just phenomenal on all counts. Gonna powder those fairies and get a refill on magic, because why not? We have Moldorm 2 coming up. Does Moldorm 2 get some revenge? Probably not. Yeah, no. Boots, Butter Sword, no. Alright, are we gonna get a validation? Yes, we are. 50 rupees in the validation chest. So everybody in chat is very happy. Alrighty, we have Aghanim 2, Electric Boogaloo. Ooh, there's a nice triple there.
Only double with
a blue ball.
The blue ball. Excellent.
That was
only got a double on his first one apparently.
So it was a 2-2-2. The triple double. Yep. Not to be confused with the triple, which I have seen the triple, and that's hype as hell. But here we go, everybody. Time to get Ganon taken care of, and that's gonna be it, really. Butter Sword, Silver Arrows. And apparently Ganon is telling us he's going to be a spicy barbacoa burrito, which, you know, slow roasted pork, it's delicious.
That's striding on the Ganon fight. Always entertaining to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I do want to point out there Xyrak continuing on with his, as he put it, clowning. Over on the other side, and had a wonderful Mothula fight over there. So just want to point out there, now that Xyrak has found the mushroom, where things are progressing nicely. Yeah, also, 4-heart fighter sword. Off. Oh, we missed our first arrow shot. So this last part of the fight going a little bit trollier than Furaime wanted it to be, but there's a triple arrow shot. That's going to put things back up, and that's going to do it. That's the 4th arrow shot here. So that is going to put an end to this race. We're going to have just ever so slightly a sub 2, depending on when the fanfare wants to stop. Maybe not. Nope, I lied. I forgot how long the fanfare is.
2 hours 6 seconds is our final time on Furaime's side and in IRC. So just slightly over 2 hour seed here for us.
Yeah, considering how trolly this was, that it was pinch pointed at the mushroom. You had to go into Ice Palace, which pinch point means, considering all the blocks in the seed, 2 hours is darned good.
So one last game for you, chat, with the completion of the seed. Let's get our guesses in for the bonk count for Furaime.
And while we're getting that taken care of, we are going to try and get both of our runners in here for a little bit of talking. I know Xyrak has been in the waiting room waiting till this has been pretty much over. So we're going to take a look and see if we can get both of them in here for a little chatting here. All right, so we do have Xyrak here with us, and I'm just going to hand the floor over to you and just let you, however you want to describe it.
Oh, I mean, it's stupid, and it's my own fault. I'm not sure whether it was because the mini Moldorm cave went really rough, and that was on my mind, so I wasn't thinking properly, or if when the mushroom came up in the chest, I just saw the red and looked at it super quick and assumed it was a heart container. But I definitely didn't mark it on my tracker. It never occurred to me that I picked it up. And then because I got the powder out of Escape first, the powder was what was showing in my inventory when I was looking at it. So I had no idea I had the mushroom. I'm thinking, I'm staring at the map. I'm everything is, gray or yellow. I can't go anywhere. I'm pretty sure I went back to every location that I went to at least once to make sure that I hadn't done something like not talk to the NPC in the mini Moldorm cave or something. But the fact that I had the mushroom just never even remotely struck my mind. I could have sat there for a week and never realized that.
Yeah, no, and kudos to you for staying here and sitting it out and sort of making sure everything was above board. So just want to say shout outs to you for again making sure everything stayed above board the whole time. And so when you finally went back in on the second seed and found the mushroom, did you have enough bombs at the chest, or did you want to just let every bomb you had at that chest? Did you not have enough there?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was the last thing that I expected, I guess. I was expecting that when I started replaying it, I would run into a location I didn't think of. I wasn't expecting the mushroom to pop out of somewhere, so I was oh. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, it's one of those things that it unfortunately happens, but anyone who's played a randomizer knows that it's happened to all of us. I might not play this one, but it's happened to me and the ones I've played.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little sick to my stomach that it's, the main draw of a tournament was when this happened. But, I mean, I've raced some really good racers, and I'm pretty sure every racer I've ever gone against is forfeited at some point because they forgot something somewhere. So, I don't know. Furaime is a fantastic racer, and there's a decent chance I would have lost this anyway. So, GG to him. And I'm just gonna do my best to forget about it, assume that it was just an average seed that I lost by a couple of minutes, and try to win next week. Nothing else I can do.
No, that's a good attitude to have. And last thing about that, the irony of what happened in this scene was very real, because we're sitting here and we're talking about, you missing the mushroom, and Furaime was playing as the Marissa sprite. Now, when the Marissa sprite gets hit with an anti-fairy, you know what it turns into?
Yeah, I sure do. So that mushroom I was missing was
dancing on the other side of the screen. Yeah, we had a good chuckle with that one.
Yeah, I'll bet. I don't know. At least I hope some of the stuff was entertaining, like releasing the Kukos and bombing every NPC in Kakariko, I guess.
Yeah, you actually taught a lot of people in chat, and myself and TG included, that could happen, because we actually never knew that happened in Link to the Past.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, we were talking about, we wish this was Ocarina of Time so we see the Cuckoo Storm, and then Cuckoo Storm!
Yeah, nothing else to be said. It's a lesson, I guess, to learn. But I mean, I don't know. It's again some combination probably of that cave not going well and knowing the caliber of my opponent and just not being in the right headspace for that 2 or 3 seconds there where it mattered. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're taking the right attitude with this. Like you said, you still have at least 2 more races to go. Win one of them, you're in the play-in race. Win 2, you're guaranteed to be on to the next round. So, chat brings up a good point. I do want to bring up one more question because chat brings up a very good question here. How upset were you when you were trying to save the fish and it clipped into the wall on you?
Oh, that is honestly the thing that pissed me off the most about this whole thing. Okay, even before it was over, the enemies in the dark rooms, literally every enemy was pathing into me until I had a sword. I was like, oh my god, what is going on? And then as soon as I grabbed the fish, every Octorok has just got an absolute bullseye on the front of my face. It's God.
Also, for those of you playing the Guess the Bonk game at home, 9 was the correct answer. 9 bonks. But that's pretty much all the questions I have. Krim, do you have anything else?
I do not believe so.
Alrighty.
Thanks again, Xyrak, for sticking it out and stopping by and giving us a little chat about what went on.
No problem. I honestly, my biggest regret is that I couldn't have given you guys a more entertaining race. I don't know. That's the thing that bothers me about that more than anything. But
like we said, don't worry about it. Just come back out next time and get a sub 110 and call it good.
Hopefully, will be the plan.
All right, well, that is going to do it for the Link to the Past randomizer here. But, Krim, am I correct? Do you have something else you needed to say?
I do. We actually have quite a special announcement that the great people at the Link to the Past randomizer community have allowed us to come on and announce this tonight. But tonight we are opening up our registration for our fall 2017/winter 2017 Zelda 1 randomizer tournament. It will be opening up. TGE will be dropping all the links into chat. So if you are enjoying Link to the Past and want to experience another great 2D Zelda randomizer, go ahead, check out the challenge page, and definitely sign up. We're looking for as many participants as possible. It's going to be a great time. So once again, thanks to the Link to the Past randomizer community, thanks to Speed Gaming and Randomizer Mania for really sponsoring this upcoming tournament, and we hope to see you all there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, thank you very much to both our racers, Furaime and Xyrak. Thank you to the wonderful people behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, Feasel, Mythical 9, everybody there. And on behalf of my broadcast partner, Crimson Addicts, I am the Greenleaf Effect, reminding everybody, of course, this is Speed Gaming, so we got to go fast.
Take care, everyone.